This is ridiculous. You trying to tell me that Xvault Gaming is using a robbery at a GameStop so he can push more console war nonsense on his lousy YouTube channel? Xvault Gaming, didn't you tell people that, a bunch of Xbox fanboys acting up before Christmas? Well, now look at it. Let's revert it and say, oh, PlayStation fanboys don't know how to act, so they stole 30 PlayStation 5s out of a GameStop. Let's do that, right? I mean, don't you have any class? And if it was a joke, that is perfectly fine. But my point still stands, Xvault. Why are you doing this? I guarantee you probably count 30 of these stolen PS5s for PlayStation's NPD sales. I mean, guys, now it's beating Xbox 4-1 now. Ever since this happened, they got 30 more hardware sales in regards to PlayStation. They probably even scanned them. Uh-oh, we're finished. Xbox is dead. I mean, we're not even in 2025 yet, and you people are still acting like this. Like, you cannot make this up, man. Come on, Xvault. You better than you are better than this.
What police are calling a ram and rob, where suspects use a car to ram into a store to rob.
How come they didn't use a pony?
It happened Friday morning. Store management declined to leave.
Come on, man. Oh, I was just joking, you know what I'm saying? If you was joking, then why you didn't just leave the comment that you had on Twitter? Why did you feel the need to delete it? And like I said, man, it is what it is. I mean, if people want to make fun of things like this, that's fine. But if you're using to push some console war propaganda, which clearly that's what he was doing, I mean, then at that point, yeah, I every person has a right to call you out for that, Xvault.
Paid off with a few $100s worth of merchandise. Unlike what happened at its other salient location. This GameStop location was hit on Christmas Eve. Management tells us the damage just to the front is estimated at $20,000.
Let's blame all PlayStation fanboys and use this as Xbox propaganda to let you know how the PlayStation community is ridiculous. You see how laughable this is, bro? You guys is going as far to use stuff like this so you can push console war stuff on your channels. Like, it's getting ridiculous, man. Like, y'all just need to sit back and enjoy your video games.
The suspects took off with upwards of 30 PlayStation 5s, valued at $450 each.
It had to be a pony, because when you got a horse, because I played Red Dead Redemption and I got the trader role, right? Y'all were... What was y'all playing? Red Dead Redemption 2 online? You got the horse with the hunting wagon in the back, and you're like, hey, Jimmy, throwing them 30 PS5s, man, because we ain't playing them, we just gonna sell them.
Here you go, welcome back to the Cool Classic Kids Show. And if you just watched that news segment, you'd be thinking to yourself, wow, California just has a really bad reputation of crime and specifically theft.
Yeah, which is kind of funny, because didn't Porter Rock say you try to rob him? Like I said, Cold Classic, you're looking quite lovely today, but yeah, I don't know what's up with all these thieves coming out all of a sudden, man. I don't know if that's necessarily true or not, but I mean, Porter Rock did call you a thief.
And something that I hear about quite a bit these days, sad to say.
I can't.
You wouldn't think anything along the lines of, perhaps a PlayStation fanboy using this news segment in order to console war on Twitter. Seriously, This is it. And of course, he deleted it because he knows it was wrong. Oh man,
And there was really, me personally, there was really nothing wrong with what he said. I think what made it wrong was the fact that he deleted the tweet. Because when you go as far as to delete the tweet, then you can't take that back. Most people are going to say, hey, see, he got caught on something. And because I don't care what type of negative reception I get, I'm still going to keep it up. That's not going to essentially bother me. You know what I mean? If that's exactly what I meant or meaned. But yeah, that is definitely, it's actually a worse look that he deleted the tweet than if he just kept it up. Because now people are saying, yeah, you did use it to console war, and clearly this wasn't a joke. And he said not one Xbox. Because we buy all games, man. We buy all consoles. Look at y'all trying to push up them NPDs, guys. Y'all gotta go rob some of your own.
Super spicy when homie has to go and
unbelievable.
He says, people like this need to be humbled, and I couldn't agree with Spectre more on this. And of course, it happens to be one of the though he can't read, he can't think, he can't listen. Read, he can't think, he can't listen. How does anyone actually take this dude seriously? But if you actually look here, it says these suspects took off with upwards of 30 PlayStation 5s valued at $450 each, not 5. You bald koala, Jesus.
It's crazy, man. Like, what happened to the days when we used to just game? Now you guys are looking at news network to get your information about how a certain community acts. When, to be honest with you, most people don't even think like that, bro. You know, and like I said, Xvault Gaming, you really use that to push some form of console war propaganda on your channel. But let's not forget, this is also the same person that said, look at Xbox fanboys. They don't know how to act on Christmas. Like, bro, and the crazy thing is, he's probably a 40, 50-year-old middle-aged man, and you're still acting like this, bro. And you really think Sony cares about you? But also, too, let's not forget he bought three games of Concord.
Oh, man, but what does the bald koala do after this whole situation, after he happens to delete the tweet? Well, I'll tell you exactly what he does. So, Xvault does nothing other than double down with defending himself. Yes, that's what he does, and he does it with nothing other than whataboutism, because clearly, dude had to delete a dumbass tweet, but can't just be like, yeah, what I did was really dumb.
I personally don't think it's dumb. I think it's dumb the fact that he's using it for a console war, but if he wants to be funny, by all means, I mean, we all do it. I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, well, I don't sit there. Because, I mean, like I said, I guess I'm wrong for saying, look, the pony's broke in the GameStop. Why did they use a car? You know what I'm saying? It's just jokes. Now, if in regards to pushing a console war, that is kind of laughable and it's very childish. But, I mean, let's be honest. A lot of you content creators doing childish things. Okay, Colt, you did a offer against Porter Rock, and he's out here calling you a thief, and I don't even think you even responded to it. You didn't even respond to that. I was actually quite surprised. You know, I didn't think a girl like that would even allow Porter Rock, but you know, Puerto Ricans stick together, so he probably talked to her from behind the scenes. But man, like, what is this? Not one Xbox.
Eat that L and continue gaming during this holiday season. No, he has to actually use whataboutism to try and justify what he tried to do. There's no shortage of stupidity in that community, man. It's
now, Cole. See, no, hold on. Like I said, I have no problem with this person, whatever. But look, now you're using Xvault. See, I want people to understand. This is why I tell people, be careful in how you say and you word things. Because the reason why I'm saying this, not saying because I care, but I'm just saying how things are interpreted. You just said, okay, let's rewind it. I'm going to let y'all listen and then y'all catch it. Like, okay, I see what you're saying.
Showcase you what is the absolute hilarity of the PlayStation console gremlin community.
See, now, you see what you just did? You used a person like Xvault Gaming to essentially dismiss the rest of the PlayStation community. You're essentially doing the same thing that he's doing. He's just not using a real-life situation. I mean, you're not using a real-life situation. I mean, you kind of are, because you're using his situation, which is real, very much real to him. So, you're doing the same thing. So, that's why I try to tell you, like, before I even had this video, I was like, this doesn't bother me. And this is why I can't stand this community when they want to have this high moral high ground. Like, bro, I'm sorry, man. At the end of the day, it was a joke. I'm not even defending Xvault. I'm not. But at the same time, Porter Rock got some allegations on you, and you have never cleared it up.
No shortage of stupidity in that community, man. It's hilarious, but yeah.
And I already know what you mean. You're referring it to as a joke, but then you have people that play on PlayStation that don't think like this, that don't act like this, but yet you are essentially putting them under the same brush. I understand where she's coming from, because I'm not saying I don't do it either, but I'm not the one sitting here taking a moral high ground on the situation. That's the difference.
We don't champion theft for the sake of the console war. Okay, this is really lame-ass behavior, and Xvault Gaming has been on his high horse.
But it's a joke, though. I mean, comedians do this all the time. They take real-life things that go on and make jokes out of it. Like, I mean, what Family Guy does this all the time. South Park.
For far too long now. Needs to be taken down a step or two. Because he's...
Now, the only thing that I disagree with what he's doing, he's using it to push console war propaganda, which I think is stupid, personally. But like I said, Colt, you're doing the same exact thing. And like I said, this is why I have an issue with certain people like this, because you're a hypocrite. You know, that's what it is.
That's where I'm like, this girl thinks I'm an idiot. She literally created a stipulation that if I play a PlayStation game on PC, I lose the bet. And the whole point of me going to PC is because I would be able to play PlayStation games day and date on PC. So this leads me to believe one of two things.
Uh-oh.
And this is the second charge you're going to have to answer up to, Cash. And this is the more serious one. The allegation you have to answer up to is, did you not know PlayStation
Oh, she knew. Oh, she knew. Like, there's people that have even seen her. I mean, I want her to address this, man. Like, I think this is some serious stuff. You know, consider that we're talking about thieves now. I think this is the perfect time, man. 2025 is going to be a great year for gaming, a great year for YouTube. It's going to be a great year for everybody. Don't you guys love it already?
PC like that?
This is
Because
awesome.
if you didn't know, then I can understand why you created this stipulation. You simply did not know about the logon requirements, and you get trophies. So by right, me playing a PlayStation game via Steam on PC, I would lose the bet.
Robert.
And you create this stipulation simply because you didn't really know. Like, oh wow, Paul, like I didn't know.
Really?
You could get trophies.
Yeah, we're giving her too much credit.
Via the PlayStation, via the overlay on PC.
Oh, man.
My bad, I didn't know.
Trying to take advantage of this old man.
That could be one choice. And if that's the case, then I suggest you simmer down on going at people if you fully don't know what's going on. That's a question, because I consider that being a thief. You're a thief.
Yo,
But
the
if you didn't
Grinch.
know, that's a problem.
The Grinch.
Now, your character's in question, because I consider that being a thief. You're a thief.
Yo, we got too much robbery going on here, man. We got people stealing from one another, man. This is getting ridiculous, man. Everybody need to simmer down, man. I'm like that guy from Do the Right Thing. Calm the hell down. Yo, this is getting crazy.
Now.
Uh-oh.
Your character's in question,
Because
I consider that being a thief.
Ooh,
You're
a thief.
And you try to set me up.
Oh, you
If
try
you
to...
knew
Uh-oh.
that PlayStation has a logon.
Uh-oh.
And you know what?
Somebody got a lot of explaining to do.